Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Eric, your host, Navigating Heroes. Today's video is the most important things about a VA disability claim. Before we get into that, let's do this disclaimer. This is for entertainment only. Okay, so let's see. The most important things on your claim. This came from an email where someone said, I need to know the most important things of a claim. I said, okay. First of all, the most important thing is connecting your disability you're going to claim with your medical records. Okay, we got to prove it. Okay, so if you've ever been on sick call or anything like that, that's a no-brainer. Okay, so my advice for people that are going into the military or that are about to get out, go to the doctor for whatever you got going on so it's documented and it's in your 201 file in your medical records. So the next thing, you want to build up your evidence by going to your doctor. It can be a VA doctor, it can be a regular doctor, but you want to build it up as far as letting the doctor know that you have this. It's chronic. It's still going on since the military. Okay? Since the military. And this is extremely important because I received actually a call yesterday from a veteran who lost 40%. He went from 90 to 50 for a PTSD claim. He was 90% PTSD and then went down to 50 because they reevaluated him. And he started talking about all these things that happened to him before he went into the military. That's a big no-go. That is a big no-go. What happened to this guy in combat, there's no reason why he shouldn't be 100%. But he failed to mention this. He failed to talk about that with his psychologist. All he was talking about and wanted to talk about that one day was everything that happened to him before. Okay? So if it's pre-military, we're not there to talk about pre-military. We're talking there. We are at the VA doctors to talk about military and after military, but always bring it back to our military days. So they started saying that was pre-military, and that's why they took it away. And now he called me, and we're working on it, and we're getting it taken care of. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but he'll be all right. He'll be all right. I'll have him taken care of in the next month or two. So don't talk about pre-military PTSD or, oh, this one's funny. So this guy, he tried to file his shoulder and his ribs and his knee and his back and all these other things. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, this, you're dying, dude. I'm going to get you taken care of. Come to find out, I asked him, when did he injure himself in the military? He said, well, I never hurt myself in the military. I said, why are you filing all these? He said, before I went into the military, I was a bull rider and I was hurt a lot, and now it's really starting to bother me. Okay, next. He needs to go back to selling pictures of his feet if he wants some extra money. Okay, so also, don't focus on your primary disabilities, but also focus on your secondary disabilities. So when you get out, a lot of the veterans will say, I have a back issue, and that's it. I have a neck issue, and that's it. The veteran who emailed me this, he only had a shoulder issue, and he had 30% for his shoulder. And I said, what about your secondaries? He said, what do you mean? And I said, do you have any numbness in your arm or fingers? And he says, yes, I have it in my thumb and these 3 fingers. Well, that tells me that his neck is injured on those lower vertebrae, because these are vertebrae if you want to know where the numbness is going to come, that's how you find out. Anyway, so he was talking about he had numbness in his 2 fingers and his thumb. And I said, okay, well, your shoulder has messed with, it's trying to compensate. It's all jacked up. So it's messed up your neck a little bit. He goes, yeah, how did you know? I said, well, your fingers are numb. And he also talked about there was like a radiating pain going down his arm. That's radiculopathy. That's also from your neck. So now let's see how your shoulder affected your neck. So we're going to file for radiculopathy. We're also going to check for arthritis to see if it's working its way down. That's what arthritis does. Wherever it starts working its way down the body. So if you have a lower back arthritis, now it's going to work its way down. If you had an upper back or neck, eventually your entire spine is going to be kind of jacked up with arthritis. And then you got your sciatic nerves, you got your hips out of place, and they're going to be, then you got your knee bone connected to your ankle bone, and you know how that goes. You know that little song. So let's see. So focus on those secondaries and always make sure your doctor is aware of these things, because the most important thing to a VA claim is having the evidence. You're not going to have the evidence if you don't talk about it. You're not going to have the evidence if you're not getting prescriptions. Keep in mind, there is a difference between recordable and reportable. So if your doctor says, here's some Tylenol, if she says, go home and take some Tylenol, and I say she because my doctor's a she. If she says, go home and take some Tylenol, that's not going to be good. That doesn't help your claim at all. If she says, here is some Tylenol, now she prescribed it. So that's going to build up your case as well. So if they tell you to go home and do something, just ask for it. Even if you are 30%, 40%, and you've got to come up with, $30 that month or whatever. Let's get those prescriptions, because we've got to build that claim up. Okay. Another very important thing about your VA claim is your doctor visits. Of course, that's really everything that's important. But before the claim, during the claim, and after the claim, I see a lot of veterans, they prepare and they build up their evidence, and then they get their they get ready to do their claim. They got their prescriptions, their treatments, and all this other good stuff. And now we have a solid case. And we go ahead and file that claim. They stop going. They stop making their appointments. They stop going to the doctor visits. And they end up getting a low percentage. Let's just say 30%. They end up getting 30%. And let's say the claim took 6 to 8 months, or 8 months to a year. All those things stopped. If they were to keep going, because at the very end, one of the last things that VA does, they're going to look through your records one more time to see if there's anything new. So if you've been building up this evidence and you've been working hard and going to the doctor, doing what you're supposed to do, and it stops, that's not going to help you. If you're still going to the doctor and still making appointments and even up the meds and things like that, while your claim is going on, at the end, they're going to be like, okay, let's defer it. And let's see what happens. Because now we're on the fence from 50 to 70%. Now we're on the fence from 90 to 100%. You've got to keep going, because those few visits can mean a lot for you in benefits. Physical therapy. Don't do it if you have back issues, neck issues. I mean, if you have PTSD and you want to do physical therapy, by all means. Keep in mind it's physical therapy. If you can do physical therapy, guess what? You can do physical labor. So this is going to definitely hurt your individual unemployability. And if anyone wants to argue with me, I can give you emails to people that have had their individual unemployability taken away from them because now they're able to do physical therapy. And I'm not saying don't do it. If it's good and if your doctor says to do it, do it at your own pace. If you feel discomfort, if you feel pain, doesn't matter what it's doing. If it's physical therapy or not, don't do it. Or no, you shouldn't. I shouldn't say don't do it, because I know there's some Karens out there that are going to get offended. Well, yeah, tell me what to do. Just, you shouldn't do it, okay? And if, I'm not going to go there. So anyway, these are some of the most important things for your claim. So doctor visits, build up that case, build up that claim. Don't say good or great. Get in there, start talking about why you're there, and get the prescriptions, get the treatment, get the help. Let's try to get better. Or if you can't, be able to cope with it, with your disabilities. So the best thing I can tell you is build up your case. And we go from there. If you guys have any, keep those prescriptions refilled. Don't let those run out. Yeah, so we want to always talk. Oh, also, when you're dealing with secondaries, always say because. If the VA records show that your back was injured, okay, cool. If you're having migraines because your back issues not letting you get any sleep, you can't. If you file migraines, maybe they'll give you 0% to 10%. But if you file migraines and say, the reason why I have these migraines is because, secondary, because of the insomnia I have, because I can't get any sleep, because of my back issue, because I'm only getting 3 to 4 hours a night. Think about that. The word because is what actually connects your secondary to your primary. So if you guys got any comments, continue to help each other out on this channel. If there's a video you want me to do, go ahead and let me know. I'm not sitting here trying to get money and tell you to pay for a boot camp and, $8,000 to $15,000, $25,000 for your claim. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm going to be doing a claim here in a little bit about how stupid these YouTube influencers are by giving you all the information they're going to do and then still charge you thousands of dollars. I'll show you how to get away with all that stuff using their knowledge for your gain and not costing you $1. But anyway, all right, guys, gals, hope everything's good. Let me know. Like and subscribe and all that other good stuff, and I'll talk to you soon.